famous together. For their work, but mostly for being bad. For being attractive and defiant. For making money and lighting it on fire. And like everybody else at the Academy, I was completely obsessed with them. A poster for Carey Logan's show, The Burial Project, had been wheat-pasted on the side of the college's non-ferrous metal forge 2 months earlier. Selling off meals from my dining plan at half price ginned up enough cash for a same-day round-trip bus ticket in and out of Chinatown. And so, there I went. The walk to Soho took only a few minutes. After rounding the corner at Grand Street, I was almost an hour early and unprepared for Pine City to simply be there in the street. By contrast, anyone could tell that I was a college sophomore. Baby fat rolled over the waistband of my jeans, pushed uncomfortably against the sleeves of my thrift store shirt, and my skin was rosy, flushed even from crippling self-consciousness. My head swerved. Time slowed to fractions of seconds as I moved my eyes to the toes of my shoes. Who did I think I was? The answer, of course, was nobody. I was nobody. It took one turn of my body to become a shadow, another girl on the street, and I kept walking west on the cobblestone streets of Soho, holding myself as though I knew where I was going. Blocks away, I climbed up into an empty loading dock and sat cross-legged, metal and glass grating pressing into my ankles. I watched people go by and wrote in my notebook for an hour until the clock turned 8. I did know enough to know that I should wait for the party to get going. I think I ate a banana out of my backpack, and that was my dinner. It was my first time ever in New York City. When I returned to the gallery, it was packed. Spidery people poured out of the massive double doors. My first impression was the scent of fading chlorine mixed with Chanel No. 19 and Du Maurier cigarettes, and my second was of secrets being exchanged, of whispers floating from lipsticked mouths to earlobes encrusted in diamond-bedecked safety pins. Somebody passed me a cold beer out of a trash can filled with ice, but before I could even say thank you, they were gone, another body in their place, a thin man in a gray flannel three-piece suit. He wiped his nose with his folded handkerchief, and it came away with a blossoming red stain. He caught me staring and winked. I looked away, uncomfortable, then watched a wasp-like woman, her shoulder blades sharp like wings, pull up in a cab. She threw a 20 at the driver, the crumpled bills sailing through the divide, then crossed the sidewalk confidently in a low-cut lavender dress before compressing herself into the packed gallery and disappearing. The overall crowd has glommed together in retrospect into a shiny, pointy landscape of shadows, of willowy, satin-haired city people, fine and crisp, black and white like a Stockholm funeral. Mostly, I remember feeling mortified of myself, of my oversized man shirt and ripped jeans and chucks and pink hair. Why did I think this was a cool outfit? I look terrible. Grunge is over. Grunge is for kids. Nobody here is a kid except me. I would have left early, but didn't know how. The Chinatown bus stop was a bedraggled street corner, covered in bursting garbage bags and milky puddles of sewage. No exchange office in sight. Later, I would learn you could give the ticket to any driver for any bus going your way, and if there were enough seats, you were fine. But that night, I didn't know. I thought I would have to wait, so I did. Someone passed me another beer. Halfway through it, I started to feel a little brave. Maybe it was the contact high of everyone else's self-possession. The people around me, kissing and hugging and drinking and talking, sincerely acted like they owned the entire world. I'd never seen such a concentration of confidence. Now, I think that every single moment of every single day, somewhere new becomes the center of the universe, if only for a second. And that night, it was us, or rather it was them, Pine City, and I happened to be there. The show was roaring in the middle of the gallery, but the crowd was so dense I could barely see anything without shoving, which I couldn't imagine doing, so I remained in the corner until the third beer. Then, emboldened, I pushed through. I spotted Jess Winsome first. Tall Jess, with her blue-black hair, lounged in the lap of a clean-shaven man in a tuxedo. He fed her puffs of light blue cotton candy while one of her naked feet sat in a tub of wet, white plaster. Behind her, Marlon Mayfield, lanky, densely freckled, dumped a bottle of pink wine over her white t-shirt and white jeans. She laughed.